feel big. Woo!
If you were to characterize your life as a dance, what would it be?
See, I don't think I'm one dance at all. Because I do so many kinds of dances. I guess in some ways it could be a tap dance because tap can be chaotic and noisy. I've never thought of that question before. I don't think it would be graceful. I don't think it would be, which is funny because dancers are graceful, but I've never considered myself the typical ballerina. It's never been anything I've ever been attracted to. I would have to say the more African-based dance forms are the ones that describe me best. Yeah, rhythmic and exciting and fun. That's more of what interests me. I've always been driven to fun more than the serious side of things.
So talk about your journey as an instructor, teaching.
It's funny because when I was a little girl, I used to have imaginary students. So maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, I would line up my students in my head, and I would dance, and I put on shows, and I designed costumes, and I drew a picture when I was 8 that said I wanted to be a world-renowned dance teacher. And it was me dancing on stage, but it was saying I wanted to be a teacher. World famous is what I said. And so that was my first students were imaginary. So my official teaching was in '93. I was 15 and I started with 3-year-olds, and just from there I just kept growing, and the more students that took my class, other people would see the end result at the recital and say, oh, I want to be in her class, and then before you knew it I was teaching 25, 30 classes a week at the studio. And then I kind of got burnt out on that, and I wanted more challenge, and so I wanted to be a college professor, so that propelled me to get my master's.
How rewarding has that been? Talk about working with your students.
It's been really rewarding. There's days where I'm just irritated and frustrated, and I just feel like, my gosh, they're not even listening to me, and what am I doing? But then there's days that I just know that this is what God wanted me to do, that there's no doubt that I really did not miss my calling, that this is what I'm supposed to do. So it's been really rewarding, especially when you get messages from them, or cards from them, or words from them, and hugs from them. Or you see them cry when they say goodbye, which makes me cry. And so it's just, when I know that, like, now I'm moving, and so a lot of these faces I'm not going to see ever again. And so, at least in person. So yeah, you see your effect, you see your impact, and you realize it more in those moments.
So what would you say to them, as far as speaking to them into their future, their destinies? What would you say to them?
I think that what I always feel is that the students should keep dancing their lives regardless. Some of them I see, they love it so much, but it's not what they're supposed to do with their lives. And then there's ones that, and I look at them, I think, oh my gosh, you're so talented, but they have other aspirations. And then there's ones that aren't as talented, but love it. And I wonder, out of that bunch, do the talented ones keep it in their lives and become a doctor? Or do the one, who's going to hold on to it the longest? Or who's going to make it a career? I see what what dance does for people, their personalities evolving and changing, their health changing. I hope they keep doing it.
I feel big.